Good evening. It is Sunday evening. I'm about to go to bed. I've been working. Yes, I've been working. Totally keeps me alive. Awake. Here's the thing. I hope, number one, I hope you had a beautiful Sunday. Please don't look at what I'm wearing and my hair and everything. It's almost bedtime. So you don't look pretty kofelarona when you go just about to go to bed. At least I don't. Today we did the message from Sims. I was at Sims today and I received the message, which was beautiful because, yeah, it's not, nobody tells you. Bundate Bafana who just joined, that it's who. I think sometimes as Banaba Skolo, we don't get to understand the reality of day in, day out, preparing for the next Sunday sermon because, yeah, it is work. It's full-time work. But I'm not there. I'm just grateful that today I was a receiver of a message. And we read today from Psalm 23, stanza 4. And as I sit and I digest that message and the word, two things come to mind. The first one is this. When the valley comes, I only road signs. There are honestly no road signs that tells you whether there's a valley coming up the road. If you're a driver, KB, thanks for joining. If I'm talking, the people that I know at the moment are online and are watching this, I know there are drivers. As a driver, you do not have, whether there's a curve coming. There are sometimes you'll get that there are potholes, that the road is uneven up ahead, that there's a concealed entrance up ahead, that you have to slow down because there's a sharp curve up ahead. But the valleys of this world, there is no sign that you are about to enter into a valley. The valleys that David is talking about in Psalm 23. So in there not being a sign about there not being a valley, it is very, very important. This is the one thing that I've also learned, that when you're sitting in the greener pastures, when life as a believer is stanza number 1, number 2, number 3, that you have the word of God in your hand. And this is the reason why. The reason why the one needs to have the word of God in their hand when they are lying in the greener pastures, when the water is sweet and everything is going well, is this. When the valley comes, when you enter into your valley, because you are not warned that the valley is coming through, you find yourself right in the thick of the valley. There is truly never a warning. So you find yourself right in the middle of it. And transiting sometimes I wanna, because you still light, it's still light. It is a. So when you're still entering, you're still seeing the light. So it is still very light. So we don't realize where I am entering into a dark place. We don't realize that I am entering into a place where I am soon not going to see where I am stepping into. But let's rewind. When you have the word of God in your hand, in your greener pastures, and where the water is very sweet, You do not see the worth of it. Hona jwale, this moment, if nka light a candle, this very moment, if nka light a candle, ka e beha mo, I'm not going to see the worth of that candle. It is not going to be worth it because eskomite, even if you light it during the day, the worth of that candle that is lit that you have in your hand, you are not going to see it. I am not going to see it because there is light. But the minute I am in the middle of my valley, the minute I am in the middle of that darkness, then the worth of that light in my hand will be seen. Then I will be able to walk and not run through the valley because he will be there with me. The light of the world, the light will be in my hand when I walk through the valley of a shadow of death. So those are the two things that I've been digesting. That one, you need that light when things are good. You might not see the worth of it when you have it, but you need it. Because you might not need it at that time when it's still bright. When it gets dark, that's when you'll see the worth of your own. Because the valley does not warn hide. And then it takes us to always being prepared. Because so it's always about being prepared. It's always about being prepared. Good night, beloved. I was just sharing. Bye-bye.